What's up, folks? Brad Browning here. As you already know, I am the #1 trusted breakup coach on planet Earth, and I'm the best-selling author of the X Factor program. So recently, one of my fantastic subscribers here on YouTube sent this question, which I'm going to be answering right here in this very video.
Hey Brad, love your videos. Thanks. Quick question. What should you do if your ex is ignoring you?
Excellent question, which I, of course, will answer right here, right now in this video. But before I do, I need you guys to do me a huge favor if you want to keep watching this video, and that is subscribe to my channel right now, please. It will help me a lot. It's not going to take more than one mouse click for you, so please click that red button, and then you can watch the rest of this video. So what do you do when you want your ex back, but they're ignoring you? So the first thing you need to do is just to chill out. I'm serious, honestly, just take a deep breath, go for a walk around the block, become a Buddhist monk and meditate for years on end. Whatever you need to do to relax and keep your cool. Now, this really is very important because a lot of the biggest mistakes that I see my coaching clients make happen when they get emotional and lose their head. It really only takes, one short 2 a.m. drunk text to your ex to ruin any progress you've made with them so far and potentially even kill your chances of getting them back.
I immediately regret this decision.
So, like I said, it is critical that you keep a level head and you don't cave into your emotions or let your self-discipline slide. So that's the first thing to do. But now that you're calm and you're thinking clearly, how can you win back an ex who just simply won't talk to you? Well, actually, you can't. Yes, you did hear me right. You will never get your ex back if you just simply can't contact them or won't ever hear from them again. However, while you do obviously need them to eventually reply to you and begin talking to you again in order to get them back, you actually can do a few things to change the way they're acting right now, to make them respond, and to make them actually want to reply to your messages and maybe even reach out to you on their own initiative. First, before I get into that though, there is one critical thing that you must understand, and that is that you cannot push too hard or come on too strong. If your ex has already ignored multiple attempts to contact them, if you've sent them 3 texts and left 2 voicemails since the breakup, then you're going to just have to give them some time and space for now. Trying to send any further messages or really any attempt to contact your ex when they've already ignored multiple calls and texts is going to backfire on you really badly, and it's going to make you look like a needy, desperate loser. So, no matter what, if you've tried to reach out to your ex more than once in the past week and you didn't get any reply at all, wait at least another week before you try again. At least a week. Preferably actually longer, especially if you've made numerous attempts to contact your ex without ever hearing back, or if you know that they were angry or upset at you the last time you spoke. Now, once you have left your ex alone for at least a week, you can begin thinking about trying to reach out again. However, if you are in any doubt about whether you actually still need to wait even longer before you send that next text or call again, then do that. Just wait longer. It is really critical that you give enough time to make sure your ex knows you're not desperate, that you're moving on with life, and you're not contacting them for any ulterior motive. Now, I like to say that you want your ex to be back to an emotional neutral state when you reach out and initiate contact, because really that's when some of my more covert psychological techniques are going to really start shifting the way that he or she feels about you and a possible future together. So when you are confident that your ex is in that emotional neutral state and they won't think of you as needy if they see you calling or see a text from you pop up on their phone, at that point, then you can try to contact them again. But, and this is a super important but here, you need to use a completely different strategy and angle from any of your previous attempts to initiate contact. In fact, better yet, send one of your ex one of my magnetic attraction texts that I include in my X Factor program, because these are texts that I've developed over a decade of breakup coaching with clients in situations like yours, and they're specifically designed to trigger a certain response in your ex's brain. Now, I have given a couple of examples in some of my past YouTube videos, so you can search those out after this video is over, or just go to breakupbrad.com to learn more about these magnetic attraction texts and how you can get a risk-free trial of the X Factor guide starting right now. Now, if for some reason you don't want to use one of my magnetic attraction messages, or if you've already sent one or even multiple to your ex already, then it's time to change the goal of your message to something just completely different. Usually, I recommend that you start with something super non-threatening that's designed to make your ex smile or laugh, or even just remember a shared memory you enjoyed together. And in fact, even if you don't hear back after you send these types of messages to your ex at all, then there's a good chance it still actually worked as intended, and it will help ensure that they do pick up the phone or reply to your next message when you next try to reach out to them. So think of a one-liner message, and I do recommend texting or messaging online for now, no calls or in-person encounters yet. Think of a message that's going to make your ex smile. Think of a happy time you spent together, or reference an inside joke that they're going to understand and actually appreciate. If you can't think of something funny or come up with a good memory to reference in your message, then you can just try saying something genuinely helpful or interesting. For example, just let them know about an event that's coming to town or a news story they might be interested in but haven't heard about yet. So, like I said, one quick message is all you need. That's it. One, maybe 2 sentences, no more. Now, if you get a positive reply to this message, that's fantastic. Now you can wait another week to reach out to them again. Now, again, like I said, slow and steady wins the race, folks. Just remember that you can't get back together with somebody who isn't even interested in talking to you. So at this point, we're just trying to build rapport and shift the mental perception of you that your ex has in the back of their mind. And if you don't hear back to that first message, then your strategy is actually going to be the same. Wait a week or preferably even more before you try again. And the next time, use a totally different angle again and probably even a different contact method as well, like a Facebook message or a brief voicemail instead of another text. Hopefully though, if you have used one of my magnetic attraction texts and you thought of a great joke or a good memory to share in the message, then you're probably going to get a quick reply from your ex. Now, at this point, when you do get that response, you're probably going to get really excited to hear back from him or her, and you might be tempted to forget all about that crucial tip that I gave at the beginning of the video, and you're going to suddenly start calling and texting your ex like mad. Now that, my friends, would be a huge mistake. Remember to just stay cool and calm, no matter what your ex's reply says, unless it's specifically, explicitly asking to get back together, which I actually have seen before, believe it or not. But otherwise, you must do absolutely nothing for a few days. Just leave your ex alone again, just so that you can be certain that they won't feel threatened or think that you're going to start spamming them all the time now that they've actually responded to one of your messages. Now, once you've waited another few days or more, and you reach out again to your ex, and you get another response, then that is your green light to slowly and carefully increase the frequency of communication. Now, folks, at this point, if I continue to give you specific instructions on how to handle every possible scenario that you might face after this point, where you've begun to regularly reestablish contact again with your ex, many of you are going to die of old age before this video is over. So instead, what I'm going to do now is share with you 3 golden rules for handling any contact with your ex after this point. So if you do follow these 3 rules religiously, you're going to be fine, and you're going to be back on the path to getting back together with your ex, especially if you're also employing the rest of my techniques that I recommend to build attraction and to start over in a new and improved relationship. So golden rule number 1, all contact must be positive and fun. So no drama, no arguing, no serious or heavy stuff whatsoever in any of your conversations with your ex, regardless really of where, when, why. Because really until you're already officially back together, basically, as a couple, then every encounter with your ex needs to be lighthearted and enjoyable for them. Anything serious or any drama is just going to remind your ex why they dumped you in the first place, and it could set you back weeks and really cost you. So always keep it lighthearted and fun. Golden rule number 2, establish dominance and win the mind games. Now, I am a big psychology geek, and I love the nuances of the human psyche. So I always advise using really simple covert strategies to ensure that you have the power in any interactions with your ex. Basically what I mean is you want to do and say things that are going to subconsciously show your ex that you are the one who's going to be fine without them. You're the one who's going to easily find someone new at any time you want. And you're the one that's moving on to bigger and better things, not your ex. Now, how do you project that attitude? Well, basically by being the alpha in your conversations. And that means, never replying to their messages too quickly, letting some calls go to voicemail. It means saying, things like, no, sorry, I'm busy, when they ask to meet up with you, even if that's not necessarily true. And it means always being the one who has to end the conversation first. Really, just keep this one thing in your mind. Your ex needs you more than you need them. They just don't realize it yet. And by using some of those sneaky psychological tricks that I just talked about, you'll be helping them to understand what they've lost and ensuring that you hold the balance of power. And golden rule number 3, don't gamble if you don't know what you're doing. Now look, I do sometimes pitch my coaching program or my X Factor guide here in my YouTube videos, but I promise you in this case, this is actually a legitimate point and not just a sales pitch. If you do find yourself facing some sort of situation with your ex where you're unsure how to handle things or where there might be potential risk of making a big mistake and blowing your chances for good, please sign up for my one-on-one coaching and we'll talk it over and we'll come up with a plan. So if you want to do that, just go to breakupbrad.com/coaching. You can register for coaching anytime, and I'll be ready to help you whenever you need some guidance or an outside opinion. And as a matter of fact, even if I don't have a coaching spot available right now, or when you need my help, I may still be able to help you out. So, just visit breakupbrad.com/coaching and sign up, or shoot me a message and we can talk things over before you blow your chances by making a mistake. Okay guys, this is a very long video already and I'm tired from talking so much, and that must mean you're tired of watching me too. So let's wrap this one up with a quick review of some of the key tips that I've just shared. Number one, stay cool, take it slow, don't rush things. Secondly, wait at least a week between attempts to contact your ex. Always use my magnetic attraction messages to break the ice initially, if you can. And if you do try to reach out to your ex and you don't hear back, then you definitely need to switch up your strategy for the next attempt. Always keep things fun, upbeat, no drama at any point when you're talking to your ex. Never try to rush things or get too eager and show your true colors to your ex. You don't want them to know what you're really thinking or what your goals are. Don't forget also to play the simple mind games that are going to show your ex what an amazing catch you are. And lastly, visit breakupbrad.com/coaching and get my personal help anytime you're unsure of what to do or how to handle a situation. Now, if you do all that, you will be giving yourself the best possible chance to win your ex back, even though they may be ignoring you right now. All right, and please like, subscribe, comment, and send me some lavish gifts. Thank you very much for watching YouTube. I will see you in the next video.